This working day turned into an elk hunting day. In a hurry. Got him, Dad. You got him good. You got him good. You got him. You smoked him. You smoked him. Stop. That's the big one, too.
Is that the big one? He's not a bad one.
He's a big one.
Eat your heart out.
You know, you've got to work, you've got to earn money, and you got to be out in the woods.
He was my sweetheart. He loved coming here and spending time with Grandpa. Trent was my guy. Even when he was like 3 years old, he'd love to walk with Grandpa. Grandpa limped with that one leg, and Trent would do the same when he walked with him. Bless his heart.
Falling on my face, I've seen babies grow.
A lot of people wouldn't get into the cutting job because they think, you know, we work 6 hours and 6 hours is great, we're off by noon. But a lot of times they forget that, you know, first off, you work 6 hours, but a lot of times it takes 2 hours to get to work, 2 hours to get home. And once you get home, you still got to grind your chains, you know, so by the time in that, it's time for bed again. So, but it's all worth it. It really is. There's nothing more appreciative than a good hard day's work. I mean, you get home, you feel good about yourself. Like, well, Trent and shit diapers together. I mean, if I could say that. So there's, yeah, we've known each other for a long time. I mean, our dads cut trees together when we were young, because we both followed in our dad's footsteps, and there we were. So, and then we partnered up, and you can ask them about it. I think sometimes my wife says, well, the best thing that ever happened was Trent went and started Born a Race so she could have me back. So to do what you love, there's nothing beats that. And I know he loved cutting trees, but I think he loves elk hunting just a little bit more.
There's things you can't explain, like finding beauty in the pain. You know there's joys and trials as we walk down every mile. Been holding on to something.
Pretty soon, we may even go hunting. Give it some time.
Not quite light enough yet.
Not light enough yet.
Good morning. Oh gosh. This is one of the greatest opening days of our lives. You guys excited? Steven, I'll give you $20 if you open up this bag and smell it.
I'm good. It is kind of getting daylight out though. That's usually what Trevor does. I don't have a tag, sleep until noon. Drink whiskey all night. He does have a tag though, I'm actually shocked. That's what we have to deal with every day.
Steve, no hands.
Some of it's pretty cool.
Trent forgot a belt.
You guys haven't seen me hunt in a long time with a bow, so I've been shooting a ton, getting back into it a bunch, and it's been awesome. It's been so much fun. And so, what, 8 years? Is that what you said? 8 years?
For Roosevelt's.
For Roosevelt's, I haven't hunted with a bow. That's a long time, so let's, yeah, we're gonna make a memory. Do you want to win this truck? Pause the video right now, scan this QR code. Every dollar spent in our store goes into an entry into winning this truck. Somebody will win it in the next 2 months. Thank you guys so much.
Okay, I've been thinking about this, and you're the man to ask. Okay. Dentists, when you're there, they always say, like, hey, how was your week? And then they immediately freaking shove something in your mouth. And then you're like, oh! Did you do that on purpose? Bit of a gagger. It's actually a distraction technique. So it is on purpose? Yeah. So you're thinking about how annoying that is that you can't say anything, and not how, like, painful they're. How bad of a dentist you are. I don't know. I think it's different for any different dentist, but I talk a lot, and it's mostly just to distract.
Do you sing too?
I do.
What's your go-to make someone comfortable? An old lady who maybe just kind of has the shakes. What are you gonna sing to her?
I'd be like, you are my fire.
Jeez, what did you do?
Now
There's 3 wolves there.
Yeah. Oh, there's one down below.
No, there's one behind them.
Yeah.
Is there one below?
Where's the one behind him?
Right behind him, see his head?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there's 4 bulls.
Isn't there one right down below him?
Yeah. So, the reason on opening morning we're not just pounding the brush right now is what happens with these thermals we're on the Oregon coast. What happens is in the mornings these thermals suck down with this fog. You can see this fog moving in and out, and until it stabilizes, we've had it so many times where we're blowing opportunities where it's just like we're on them, and then it all goes to nothing because the wind sucks out. So we're waiting for stable winds and get this fog kind of blown out of here, and then we'll hunt them. We got 4 bulls over here. They're just little guys, but they could be super callable. Hopefully, we'll see. But yeah, it's a good opportunity, and we have 1 cow that's way up the draw. I heard a bugle this morning. I don't know where it was. It was so foggy we couldn't tell, but there was definitely 1 bugle this morning. So it's awesome. The opening morning we're seeing male elk.
And here Trent, he jumps into YouTube, and I'm going, holy cow, he's a lot braver than I ever was, because, they start out and you think of YouTube as, oh, how much you get paid? Oh, you just put it on there and hope for the best at first. And I was very skeptical, but over the years, it's amazing. You just got to put 1 foot forward in it.
Or that.
You ask God to guide you, and it just seems like he's been leading this whole family. It's been pretty cool over the years.
I've been hanging on and hoping nothing's ever broken. I'll make by this moment, Lord, these moments. Yeah, I'll make by these moments. Oh, I'll make by these moments.
Yeah, there's 2 bulls, 1 spike and 1 like 4 or 5. That was clear up here. It's like 200 yards away. There's got to be another elk in here somewhere. Oh, there's the cow. Yeah. What do you need?
We need to hunt together. I want to kill 2. I thought you just said they were too small. They're tiny. They're legal.
This is my dream hunt.
Yeah.
Okay. Don't ruin my dream hunt.
No, that 6 point's gotta be here. Yeah, he can't be far.
have a plan. We're gonna go around there, hike around, drop down, just try to call him in. He's looking like he's responsive, that's for sure. So we're gonna see what we can do here. Things could get kind of exciting.
Just one around on top. We're working our way down. We're trying to find our way down to this bench right here where that cow is at. If we can get to where that last spot was, where he felt comfortable, then we might be able to get him killed. So Trent's gonna go down to the point in shooter one position where we think he might come out. But if the bull tries to get wise on us and get our scent, he might swing around this backside up high, and I'm gonna be here just in case he comes around back. We call it the back door. I don't think we'll have a shot from down there. Gotta get to the bench. Oh, what's the range to the bench right now?
Too far.
I mean, it's gonna be close, but that's fine.
I think if we get right in front of this tree right here, let's have some fun. It's getting hot. Bugle, dude, bugle. Bugle, Steve. Come on. I can see 3 cows. Cows are leaving. Which way? South. Go. Let's get over there.
Yep. There was another bull in front.
There's nobody perfect at this, I'll tell you that right now. We screw up 10 times as many times as we get it right. But that's the fun of it. That thing bugling right there at 120 yards. That was awesome. I wish he would have just bugled. He'd come right in. All the other cows blew out up there. Top.
Now we know what we need to do next time for him.
There was a few elk. There must have been bedded everywhere in there. We couldn't even see them.
That's what I figured.
The cows just kind of didn't feel good, and they said, "We're out of here." And even though he was bugling and fired up and everything, he's always going to usually go to his cows. So he's still bugling. We heard him bugle a couple different times way over that ridge. We're just going to slow play. Hopefully they get calmed down after a bit. We're just going to kind of trail them. The wind's good. It's finally turned. It's coming up this draw. We've got a pretty good play.
I loved working on old growth.
Your grandpa was cutting trees.
Yeah. Way back the generations.
Scare him to death. I would say that cutting is probably the top 3 dangerous job in the world. I don't know, our family was just hooked on it from the start. It showed on Grandpa because we were so young, and we'd go to visit Grandma and Grandpa, he was always so stoved up, he was bent over about like a half hunched over, and one of his arms was hurt pretty bad, his back was bad, all to due to timber falling, but something in that blood started my dad down that same trail, and my dad was working. That's when he got hurt, my dad, really bad. We were camped on the job at the time, and I remember I was 8 years old, and he fell a tree, and when he did, it raked another tree and broke a big limb out of it. So they estimated the limb being like 15 feet long and about 3 or 4 inches around at the base, and it hit him right in the side of the head. And when it did, it paralyzed. It didn't even know if he was going to make it. You want a hat? You want to put your fur hat on?
Pretty cool to look back on some of the stuff that you built.
Yeah.
And it was his dad was working with him. Can you imagine what his dad thought? His dad had taken his t-shirt off and put it on the side of his head. He had, it was open right there. That part was open. You could see his brains. And the guy says, "He's gonna die if you don't hurry up and get there." And I said, "He's all right. He'll be fine." That he managed to get through it. Well, as soon as he got out of the hospital, they he had that hole, and he couldn't bump it or kill him, and so he came home and he wanted to move then, but anyway, they insist I tell this story, but Dad says, "Get your clothes off." "Why?" And he says, "I gotta see if that still works."
I don't remember that.
And he's been that way for 70 years. God. That's a man.
When I was younger, when I first started cutting trees, I was setting chokers for, and Grandpa was running the skidder, and he would be there every day. He would never not be at work all the time. And so I never ever saw it as like Grandpa's disabled or anything like that. I just always looked up to him because it was like he was just with one arm, he could do just as much as all of us. It's just always stemmed from that, from when I was really, really young, growing up in the timber industry and going through all those things of, there was never a, I can't. It was always, I'll figure out how to do it.
Right. If you're working on old growth, you only got about probably 10 or 12 trees a day. Okay. But when I go from cut to cut, I use my saw for a cane. Make sure I don't fall. I kind of lost my balance on my left leg. That's my problem now.
How do you manage to cut 6 to 8 cords a year still?
I don't know. I just do it. I don't cut near as much a day as I used to. That's for sure. I just always wanted to be outside doing something.
Baby, I'm too tired to care, but I'm still fine. I'm on display. I've lost my way. Oh God, I pray, let this pass over. I lost the note.
Heck, I worked in the woods for 40 years, and it was really difficult for them boys saying, "Hey, Dad, I want to learn how to cut timber," because it really is hard, because you're thinking back of all the times that you had such a close call, and you really don't want to get them into that, but they did not want to go to college, and it's just kind of a scary thing, because you never know when you're going to get a phone call. But that's how we learned so much about elk hunting, because we were out there where the elk were about 80% of the time, and we knew where they bedded, we knew how far they usually went. That gave us a real edge on elk hunting.
No, I'm stronger in the long run. Oh, but Father, I'm afraid to take the wrong one.
I'm just wondering if there's other poles in your office. Oh yeah, we'll have to kind of.
So the Lord puts this giant Roosevelt at an easy range right in my lap, and should have been perfect. It should have been everything done right. I hugged the bush a little bit too tight. I still thought I had it, but didn't. Hit the bush and I missed. And a lot of things go through your head at that point, is all the hours that you put in practicing, all the time and hours that these people have followed me around, not just this season, but in past seasons and everything, and expecting me to get it done, and I didn't. and I didn't. And we have a rule that if that does happen in our group, that we all gather behind that person and we all support that person and tell them get back on that horse and put them in the shooter spot again, and let's get over this hump of what just happened.
On any day. This is when you see a man's true colors. This is when he shows you.
So if I've learned anything over the years of watching my grandpa and my dad and my uncles, and every single day, I mean, you're getting up. It doesn't matter if you have a headache. It doesn't matter if you're sick. It doesn't matter what's going on. You get up, you get back on the horse, and you go back to work, and you figure out how to right the wrong, and to keep going and keep pushing forward and keep being resilient. This is not just about timber cutting or something of that nature. It applies to everything in life, and at this point in time, it applies to this hunt and to the success of our season. We're gonna get back out there and jump back on that horse and just to try to make the next opportunity a success.
Pinned it. But you have to have that drive, and the fishers have a drive to work. They've always had, and that's 90% of it right there. It's just every morning get up and just with a good attitude and go for it. You know.
What are you gonna be when you grow up, Brenner?
A bass fisherman.
Fisherman? Regardless, Trent, whatever you do in life, you'll always be a fisherman.
That's when my God comes like warming rays of summer, melting all my worries and my insecurity, and giving me the strength I've been without. But I work hard not to fall.
Sometimes you just gotta go for it, you know. Depends on what you are in life. You gotta have that old growth mentality that, hey, even though you're unsure of yourself, you just gotta push on and hope you do your best.
Keep my feet on the ground. It's in the sunshine. I feel the sunshine shining down on me. Oh, shining down on me.
Swinging around one side, Trent's on the other with Steve and Chase. Noah and I are going to go down and we're going to glass across this big unit where the elk have been feeding out. Hopefully they'll come out there and then we can glass across and tuck the boys in. Try to get shot. It's definitely a 4-point. So it worked. We spotted a legal bull. Looks like a 4-point. So we're trying to talk Trent in. We're going to get down in position and then we're going to use hand signals to get him in close. He's like 100 yards from the top. They're at the top right now. They just have to go across like one ridge and they'll be in position. So we got an hour and 20 minutes. I don't know. I just heard something.
shot. Is he stumbling? They're trying to turn him. He's in full draw. The bull's quartering hard away, like faced away from them. He hit him that time.
Definitely smacked him second. Quartering off. Like the first one I couldn't tell.
The second one was right. That wind kind of pushed it. It was 72 yards, and I had to try to thread it in there.
Smacked him the second.
Or I hit him.
Oh, the second.
I thought I killed him the first shot. I thought it was right behind the shoulder. But I couldn't see it. It just disappeared. But it sounded good. Shaky. Shaky. That's called a four-pointer.
I mean, that second shot, you had to take that because I couldn't tell from the first.
Dude, I thought I drilled him the first shot.
How far was the first? 60?
60. 61.
Yeah. We'll just have to see. Yeah,
You were zoomed in good.
I was zoomed in. Okay. Second was like definite hit. Second. It was perfect.
Roller coaster. Roller coaster.
Up in your nephew's room, playing on his cousin's guitar, I wrote a song for you.
He's walking down the hill. He just crashed.
You have done drove off with everything I
He just crashed.
need, my
You can yell now. You can yell.
picked it up. Flagstaff years ago, I was hanging on to everything you had.
In the timber industry, you have to cut in pairs, and so just for safety alone, it's illegal not to cut without another person there, and so you always have a cutting partner. Those people aren't there to make sure that you get home, but they're definitely have your back all of the time, and it is that thing to where it's, you don't ever want to explain to his family why he's not home, and so you always have each other's back, and so we are as kind of a family in this whole thing, and that's what's made it tick, that's what's made it work out. The same pertains to a cutting partner. The same goes for my partners out in the woods, and especially on all of these hunts. As this hunt, they've stood up for me. They are there unselfishly to help me pack out an elk, to shoot an elk. They don't even bring a weapon, and in that unselfishness, it comes brotherhood, definitely. And you can, I hope, feel that.
When you're on public land and you're doing stuff like this is insane. This is like, you wouldn't believe this unless we had it on video. It's insane.
Right back down.
Tell them we don't have our packs.
We don't have anything.
We did it, Chase. We did it. Okay. Oh my goodness, guys. It's just been this year has been a crazy one.
And it just started.
But God, I thank every single one of you people for keeping and watching us and keeping us in your living rooms and sharing with kids. And if you don't believe in God,
I tell you what,
I'd look into starting. Yeah. It's been so fun with you guys. It's been so flipping fun having just the crew. We didn't collab with anybody this year on opening week. We just wanted the core group. It's just been a tough ride for us lately, and it's just like, let's get together and let's go back to the roots and let's freaking put the brotherhood together.
Yeah,
and it was
have a good time.
Biggest 4-point this side of this is it. The crazy ironic thing after this whole story is I actually cut this unit.
Well, yeah, for like so many years, Trent has always just put himself on the back burner and wanted to take people, like whether it was a new hunter or just friends or whatever, but he always wanted to put himself in the back to help other people be successful. And this season, we had planned the opening week, well, it was pretty much for Trent, and but at the same time, he was still trying to like, oh, well, you know, and it's like, no, it's just the selflessness of him is, I mean, there's just not a lot of people out there like that. So for him to be successful is, we're also jacked. Like, to be honest, we're like super excited for him, so. So well deserved. You need that more than you even know it, buddy.
We all did it. Thank you guys so much.
So awesome.
Oh, it's so awesome. Oh man. This is amazing, guys. When you hunt with a bunch of close friends, it's man, it's trying to get everybody an opportunity, you know. And if we were to trophy hunt and try to get every single bull, like a Pope and Young, a big bull or something, somebody might get left out every single time. And so we've taken it into the trophy is in the eye of the beholder, and I behold a 4-point being a trophy to me. There's times that I will maybe kill a big bull too, but guess what? This bull right here is just as exciting for me as anything else. So now, what the cool thing is, I get to go help these guys out and go help them get a bull.
That is pretty cool.
That's
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, there we go.
Oh,
The heel of that knife was
I can flat run a knife, huh?
Oh! Yes! Yes! Did you get it? No! Oh my God.
Excited to tell you guys the story and have you guys kind of know some of the backstories of these things. So, pretty exciting to get one on opening day. Trent, you deserve this more than anyone. And just so happy for you. Love you, brother.
Man, I think in the end I look back and I look at myself, and I only hope to be what my grandpa, what my father, what all those people that taught me all these things. I hope to be like them one day. And it's a cool thing that we get to do because these videos stay up forever. And something that I've always thought is just like, man, I hope that when Wyatt or Hudson's kids or great grandkids or however it happens down the line, I just hope that they look back and they get to see the great grandpa that I never got to see, but they get to see me and they get to maybe learn something from me.
Hi, I'm Wyatt Fisher from Born and Raised Outdoors.
I can't wait to hunt with this guy. He's already deadly with the bow. You just killed the bull.
When he was about 9, I left him to take care of Grandpa, and I came in just about 5 o'clock, and they were, oh, what are you doing here? And they each had a bag of potato chips.
Yeah, we were eating.
That was their dinner. They were sitting there with a bag of chips.
Were nailed beside him to share.
He always gave me a hug, and Wyatt has stepped in the same way.
I love you, Beth.
But one of them cried out to him, oh Lord.
Track or whatever it's called.
TSA?
Yeah, TSA.
TSA, they will probably frisk you.
What's that mean?
Oh, probably get you in a full Nelson and take you to the ground. Handcuffs.
Go back in the riding days.
Show those.
Pretty hot.
No, just get rid of.
When I have crossed death chilly sea, will he his love there show? Oh yes.
The main thing I miss about having Trent as my work partner is that anywhere I go now, I wasn't the social one. I don't meet people, but now I just have to go sit in the corner all by myself. And you know, when Trent was around, we had friends everywhere we went. I mean, it wasn't a problem. I mean, we walked in there 5 minutes later, we had friends all around that place. And anymore, I do miss that because it is getting lonely over in the corner, not gonna lie.
We gotta go out and call our bosses and make sure there's no work for tomorrow.
So when they go with me hunting, had a heck of a time getting to walk quiet. He clomp, clomp, clomp. Trent, you gotta go quieter.
He still walks that way.
Does he?
No.
Oh my gosh, there's an arrow.
Well, his love still.
They heard a mystery bull bugle. And they're convincing me to walk up this freaking face, 2,000-foot rock face to go after this.
People try from bondage set me free. And when I reach those
Biggest bull Roosevelt's ever killed.
How long have you guys been married now?
Only 69 years, almost 70.
Which one was the best year?
Which one was the best year?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. They've all been the best.